So today I wanted to talk about the interview I watched with Oscar De La Hoya being interviewed by Ariel Helwani, the guy who like interviews, the MMA fighters, boxers. Um, a part of that, interview, they talked about the Ali Act, and my understanding of the Ali Act is that, you know, I think it was Stephen Fulton. It was some fighter, some boxer who broke it down like basically, the promoter can't manage the fighter, you know, and promote them. Like, they can't basically put their hand in the pot more than one time. Like you can't keep dipping in, taking from the boxer, so I'll let Oscar explain you know, his thoughts on it.
I just look the fact that a new entity is coming into boxing and already wants to change a bill that has been in place for decades that protects fighters, to me, is shady. Change the law, change the rule, the Muhammad Ali Act, which protects the fighters.
Why do you think it should not be changed?
There's total transparency with the bill. You're obligated as a promoter to disclose, everything that might be in the pot. The person try to doing right in the sport. You don't try to eliminate a bill that is protecting the fighter, the product. The fighter's the product.
Okay, so let me now play devil's advocate. Oscar says that he cares about, the fighter. But his track record doesn't show that. His track record shows that he actually gets into it with his fighters. I mean, we could talk the Canelo situation, but maybe he was going through some things, the alcohol, he was going through some stuff. So okay, that. But what about the Ryan Garcia? What's up with that? Like, if you care about the people that you promote, your track record would show that. I mean, I get it. You're golden boy. These boxers come and sign to you because, you're a Hall of Famer. But let's be real. Golden boy, you're not shining that bright that a nigga can't see through your bullshit. You will be the first one signing up when that Ali Act is passed. You put out like, now that it's bullshit, this, that, and the third, but you gonna be managing, promoting, like you gonna jump on the, I truly think you, Eddie Hearn, you guys are showing like you don't want this to happen, but at the end of the day, these promoters really don't care about these fighters. They care only in the sense that, they want them to win, but soon as they lose, soon as they start, what do they do? Do they still care about the boxer in the same way when they start losing? Their track records don't show that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, stop trying to sell us on this. You care about the fighter and this is what it's about. You care about the fact that someone is trying to come in and change a sport that you love. Someone is trying to come in and change something that you put years and sweat and blood and tears in. Now this dude coming in, made all this money from over here, and now he trying to come in and change up something that, You've been in since you was a child, won a gold medal, won, belts. Now they trying to change the belts and have one belt. Get the fuck out of here. That's what you saying. But at the end of the day, if it does change, you will be on board. You say this is about to be a reality show. But how? If us casuals, we always say we want the best to fight the best. Now, I'm not siding with Dana White. Like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here. He's gonna have the best fighting the best. Everybody's gonna have to fucking show up and show out, or you out of there. And it's like, with the way it is now, they gotta they gotta move the fighters like accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And they when they're prospects, they only fight this and that type of fighter. This is the same man that's talking about Boots, and wanting to have a tune-up fight is a problem, but you have a problem if people just go in there and fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amateurs is for you to get ready for the professionals. When you become a professional, this moving fight is like, we casuals, is that what we want to see? We want people to, he's got to get ready. So I'm not for the Dana White shit, this new TKO and all that. I'm not against it either. But I also understand we, the fans, they not thinking about us at the end of the day, and they not thinking about the boxers. They are thinking about their bottom dollar. They're thinking about themselves. That's all it's about. It's it's not about the ones who are actually in there in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And it's not us who are in front of the TV. It's about the ones who put on the fight and making sure that they're the ones walking away, eating good, living good, So, he needs to stop trying to sell us on this, bullshit that, he cares about the fighters. Because, at the end of the day, De La Hoya, come on, man, you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Do you really give a fuck about them boxers unless they're able to do something for you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's about, right? You're trying to promote people, which in turn benefits you. So, I don't want to be on here talking shit. I just felt like, man, this dude really, really, really selling people this, talking about people are being shady and shisty, and like the only one being conniving is you. At least Dana White's coming out showing he's trying to think about himself by getting rid of this. He's letting you know, I give a fuck about me. You over here on some, making it seem like you care about someone. You care about these boxers, these fighters. Come on now. Y'all stop letting Golden Boy blind y'all. You know what I'm saying? With the bullshit. Let me know if y'all care about, this Ali act. Let me know if you've seen through De La Hoya's bullshit in the comments. Love and war in the comments. Let's go.